All right, welcome guys. So we finally got the Velit AC unit in that we packaged up with our lithium batteries in here, and so we just want to give you some feedback and a little bit of kind of a review from the install and after the install and the operation. Okay, so first of all we have a remote control, and there is a panel mounted as well that came out as a really, I think, real clean install here. So you have your S-bar controller, your inverter controller here, which were already installed in this particular truck, and here is our AC system panel as well. So no wires, everything came out pretty nice and clean on this particular install, and everything was really packaged very well. So we have a unboxing video of the particular unit I'm about to show you, so if you want to see everything that comes in the kit, if you're a do-it-yourselfer, that's an option as well. So we have a link to the vendor's manufacturer's website, and you can also buy those through us if you wanted to as well. And like I said, we are putting together a complete installed package with everything you're seeing here, with the addition of a battery monitor as well, so that has alarms. And you get the low voltage, it can give you a buzzer alarm to wake you up or whatever happens, whatever preset parameters you like. So that's the controls. We'll go ahead and open up the bunk here. So, and here is the AC unit, all self-contained. You have your heat exchange ducts over here, and then your actual cooling ducts coming out here on the bottom. So there's quite a bit of tubing that comes with the kit, so I mean there's some customization that can be done. I know the first probably feedback or negative feedback that somebody's probably gonna give us on this video is, it's taking up the whole under the bunk space. In this case, it is kind of true, and unfortunately, I mean, we already had this S-bar unit installed here and the inverter over there, so if these weren't installed, or if I was putting everything in at once, I could move this around, probably lay this out a lot better, a lot more compact. The one issue with this install is that you have these two large ducts, so these are roughly 8x8 squares for those flanges, and you have to find a flat spot in the floor where there's no cross members, so that made it a little bit tricky to lay this out to get this all lined up in that particular spot. Those ducts can also go through the back wall if we wanted as well, so we do have some flexibility in that for the truck models, how we want to lay it out. So not the end of the world, and like I said, if I was putting all this stuff in at once, I would have laid this out quite differently, but I didn't want to go ahead and mess with stuff that was already in the truck. So with that, we'll go ahead and start it up so you can hear what she sounds like. All right, starting up, and I've already got it set to the highest fan setting. So there, the compressor just kicked in. So, and a very, very high amount of airflow. So I'll grab a thermometer as well. Okay, so I've had the unit in here running for a few minutes. I've got it running lowest temperature setting, highest fan setting. So I got my little thermometer in here. We're about just a hair above 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 4 degrees Celsius for Celsius people. Didn't mention it earlier, but the unit here is rated at 8,000 BTU or 2,200 watts, I believe, if you're looking at cooling capacity in watts. With that, we're going to go down to the battery bank, and I got my clamp meter out there, so we're going to see what we're pulling as far as amperage goes right now at the highest setting. So we got our DC clamp meter here. So right here, looks like it was at 37 earlier. Let's see when it stabilizes. So right now we're showing about 38 amps at full capacity. Okay, so I went up there and turned our blower down to the 3rd setting, and then lowered our thermostat to about 20 degrees Celsius, which you can change it to Fahrenheit, but 20 degrees Celsius is pretty close to room temp, around 70-ish. So we'll see what we're running now on the clamp meter. So at this point, kind of stabilize. So right there we're roughly around the 22, 23 mark. So you can see the difference in settings. So if you're running the full blast wide open, this particular system, battery system here is a 400 amp hour system. So we got 4 100 amp hour batteries, 12 volts system, ran in parallel. These are a lithium starting and battery bank battery. At around 20 amps, that would give you about a 20-hour capacity, roughly. Running wide open, when we was running at 38 amps, it's going to give you roughly a 10-hour capacity. And last but not least, I didn't mention this one was up there in the sleeper. So I know one of the things that's going to come up is probably noise. The compressor itself is relatively quiet. The blower is going to be the loudest thing with any system out there. So I mean, I would compare the noise level to this of that of a blower in a tri-pack, or I mean the tri-packs are pretty loud. I mean louder. So I would compare it to that as far as a noise level. And the blower noise basically overrides the noise of the AC unit itself. So relatively quiet as far as industry standard goes. All right, and as always, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for the updates, and give us a thumbs up, like this video.